Okay, everybody, another Course in Miracles video. This is Sue-Ann Okerwall taking another walk up the hill. This time I'm doing workbook lesson 155. So if y'all are interested, you can go there and read that. There's so many lines in A Course in Miracles that I just absolutely love. Little paragraphs. And there was times when I didn't understand what the heck it even meant. But I'm going to read like the first paragraph and then the first sentence of the second paragraph. So it says, there is a way of living in this world that is not here, although it seems to be. You do not change appearance, though you smile more frequently. Your forehead is serene, your eyes are quiet, and the ones who walk the world as you do recognize their own. Yet those who have not yet perceived the way will also recognize you and believe that you are like them as you were before. The world is an illusion. Those who choose to come to it are seeking for a place where they can be illusions and avoid their own reality. So this is just really, really poetic and beautiful and meaningful. So of course, when I first was reading, there's a way of living in this world that's not here, that very much attracted me. I didn't know what about it that I liked. I didn't know what it would be like if that was experienced. I really didn't think it was possible to experience such a thing. And I love the way, just in that first paragraph, it shows the two different thought systems, the two different worlds, as if two things are going on. So when you found your right mind, the decision maker, the decision-making mind, as the Course calls it, you will find that the world begins to disappear, and that was one of my also favorite books, To Spirits the Universe, that came along in about 2003, 2004, and I got it at that time, and it made a huge difference in understanding the Course. And, just that name, Disappearance of the Universe, meant that the total illusion dream would eventually go. And so the more one spends time in the right mind by doing the true forgiveness process on page 401 of the workbook, one begins to just walk in the world as if they're really like not here, very dreamlike. Sometimes people ask you, what's it like? What's it like? It is what you are. So I do know that sometimes there's just so much joy and laughing. Even at night in the middle of dreams, there is just this joyfulness. It's below all the happenings. It's below all the specifics. A lot of times this is above the battleground, but there's a lot of workbook lessons that talk about going underneath the thoughts. So that is very much like how it is experienced. So of course, your eyes are going to be more quiet. Your forehead's going to be serene. Because all the things that used to bother you and get on your nerves and be huge problems, they just seem like a story in a book. And the character that you've chosen, your body that you walk around as, your personality, that all just seems like a dream also, like a story. So this first paragraph then talks about those that have not yet perceived the way will recognize you also, it says, and believe that you are like them as you were before. So everybody is going to see from their viewpoint, and they are going to see the mind that they're looking from. So as Ken Wapnick would say, if you've chosen the ego as your teacher, you're going to see from that viewpoint, and everyone's going to look the same. And so you will doubt what you are seeing, that someone would have escaped the system, would have not taken it seriously anymore. You will not perceive that. You will think there's something fake about them, or something like they're gaslighting you, or they've what's that other word that people use? Shoot, I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's can't think of it, but it's where you sort of like you skip steps and you're saying like, I'm already enlightened, and and I don't have to do anything, and spiritual bypassing. That's what it's called. Spiritual bypassing. So all kinds of things will be said to you, and you will recognize it all right away as the ego thought system and easily overlooked, because it all just becomes the same, which is part of how you ended up kind of where you are, abiding in God's mind, is because you didn't take all that other stuff seriously. And you've had to look at a whole bunch of that until you just saw it as all the same. And also your curiosity to do those things and live out the physicality of things has also been used up. I remember a few years ago in the middle of the night, I was just given this poem that said, all the thoughts I think are not the thoughts I think with God. And when all the thoughts I think are all thought out, I will return to God. Meaning that everything, every single thought and emotion, not one exception, has not been with God. God has just one thought. It's just love without an opposite. So it really doesn't move or do anything. It doesn't have sentences, And so everything else is all in the dream, including the waking up part. So you see people walking along on streets, doing videos, whatever they appear to be doing, that is still part of the dream. And yesterday's video, I went through, the script is written and why it looks like there is still a dream that is proceeding. Gosh, that's about all I have to say on this today. Anyway, all right. Talk to y'all later.